All
We
right,
are
we're
in
back.
the garden. We've been through a lot this morning.
You know what? I got to hand it off to Scott, our cameraman. He had to put
Made
together
it
like 3 or
happen.
4 different
Yes.
cables here, and we got our audience in the back
To
clapping.
get you what you need to know about
You
a garden.
betcha. Let's talk a little bit about the Artemisia right here. Artemisia, and there's another one called Santolina right over here. Come on over to Santolina right over there. And of course, you know, our different types of chives and society garlics all work well in getting rid of a lot of pests in your garden naturally because of the fact that they ward off a lot of fleas and ticks. So if you need to get rid of that, you got dogs and cats and things along your yard, these are 2 friendly type or 3 friendly type of plant material that work without you having to spray dangerous types of pesticides that so often impact our dogs and cats.
Right.
Now let's talk about another pest here. Here we go. This is it. I just found this guy, and you can see this is a tomato hornworm. He just ran out of something to eat, and I happened to find him on a plant because the fact that that guy had a long stem and he'd eaten all the leaves all the way down
You're saying
to
he can
right
eat
here.
like half a tomato plant in just a couple days.
Easily. But the one thing about this guy, they are beneficial out here in the desert Southwest. Why? Because they produce butterflies, and that's what we want.
You love
A lot of these
butterflies.
guys end up in the beautiful swallowtails you see just flying around. So a lot of times I'm not too worried about it. But if you are worried about it, come on over here, Scott. I want to show you what you got. And get in front of this table because we kind of start in the back area there. And this is it. Thuricide we've talked about, or moth egg parasites, or trichogramma. Both of those work out well. Now, trichogramma is a natural basically parasite that we have out there. It's a small parasitic microscopic wasp, and we put these cards out there. You can get it at arborco-organics.com. And Thuricide is just basically a way to kill them, and it kind of almost gives them flu-like symptoms and leads to demise, unfortunately, of this little guy right here. I'm going to save this guy today, put him right on my tomato. My tomato's
You're gonna
about
let him
done.
have?
Yeah, I'm going to let him back.
All right.
And the reason being is our tomatoes are almost done for the year because I
Okay.
noticed one thing. Starting to cool off.
Oh.
So because it's starting to cool off, you want to go ahead and start thinking about different types of plant material. And we're looking at it right here. Scotty, go on down here. It's all those different types of flowers. And we always talk about 50% flowers, 50% vegetables. One I want to start out with, because Dr. Tony's going to come on later on. He can tell you more about it. But Echinacea. Great plant, easy to grow out here from seed. Our soil is still warm enough for a lot of this stuff to start germinate. So you want to think about putting that stuff in. Of course, there are a lot of our wildflowers, and I want to show one coming up right here. Here's what your small wildflowers are going to look like. So folks, when you get out there and you think you got weeds, you probably got some small wildflowers come up. Scott, come on up here. You can see some poppies coming up and different other types of wildflower. I've got flax and, of course, some other salvias coming up, just right, accidentally coming up right in our compost right here. And then last but not least, I got a minute and a half here. So different types of vegetables. It's real important to get out there, start thinking about putting those things in. And everybody's going to say, from seed? Yep, from seed. We still got warm soil out here. It's been nice and warm. 100 degrees, what, yesterday or day before?
Yeah.
It's just incredible. So you can put a lot of this stuff in. I want to talk about one in particular, broccoli rab. You know, you talk about the fact you can't ever grow anything. I guarantee you can grow broccoli rab. It will take over the whole garden. And you talk about, something delicious to eat. This is one that really works out well out here in the desert Southwest. And last but not least, a lot of your root vegetables. You want to go ahead and think about your daikon radishes, your turnips, and of course, your other types of cherry or champion radishes. These are all great plants to grow, especially for kids out there. And last but not least, I say this a lot, but nasturtiums, garlic, and onions, of course, all go in to ward off a lot of our different types of pests naturally in our garden. So there you are. Get out there, garden, and of course, garden organically. Back to you.